Yeah, it's been incredible, man. It's just been a nonstop flood of texts and calls and tweets from people sharing their stories of where they were at for that last out and just how special it was to them. And after getting to see some of that, you kind of realize the impact that I had in San Diego. Growing up a San Diego fan is something that fan of Mike. This is something that I've waited for a long time as well. So to be able to be the one that directly changed that. What's going on with this thing? To be the person that was involved in changing that, that storyline is pretty incredible. It's not only impacted me, but my parents' business, the coffee shop Cafe Deso. They've had record days for the last 3 or 4 days. And it's just so cool to me that everyone's showing some love and support by going out there and helping a small business. This has been something that's been in our family for 20 plus years. And, they're a small drive-through in a small town that gets a lot of local business. So they're not doing crazy numbers, but, the last couple of days have been some of the best days they've had in the last 20 plus years. So it's helping my family out a ton too. And I'm really appreciative for that. Yeah, definitely, man. I'm excited to get back to Petco and be able to see some people face to face and, shake some hands and just, experience that feeling of joy with everybody else.
I know the Hall of Fame stole your shoes. They may have stole your glove and some other things. Yeah. Find some size 15s and are you ready to go? You got all your equipment back?
Yeah, I had to have some shoes shipped out from Pittsburgh or from San Diego out here to Pittsburgh. But those are things that I didn't want to give up necessarily. I was able to get my glove back and some of the things that, I want to hang on. It's cool to be able to say that you got something in the Hall of Fame, but I think it'll be even cool to pass those things down to my kids and, share some of those memories with them as well.
Hitter had on San Diego. I don't know if you've gotten a chance to see a picture or anything, but have you seen a photo of the mural they put up at your old high school there in Grossmont?
I did. They called me on I believe it was Sunday in Texas. They pulled me off the field during BP and brought me into the office and had me FaceTime my family who was at the high school at the time, showing me the mural. And that's so cool, man. It's just such an honor to be, recognized in my own city, but also at my high school, where I continue to go back and try to have an impact on the baseball organization there and teach the guys some of the things that I learned at that age that I felt like, took my game to the next level. Just stressing the importance of what it is to be a professional and how to carry yourself on the field. And, you learn those things at an earlier age. It's nothing but beneficial for you as you move forward. So, to be recognized in my high school, it's also just, a cool thing to be able to tell my friends and tell my kids one day, like, come check this piece of artwork out, for something that had never been done in the city of San Diego before. So, I was just extremely thrilled to see it.
Joe, what was your first call or FaceTime like with your family on Friday night?
Half of them were in tears, man. I know my mom told me my dad was shaking. By the time he got on the phone, he's always calm, cool, and collected. I think the detective in him puts on a little bit of a front, but my mom said he was crying and shaking in his seat. Things that you don't see often from your father, but just I know how much that meant to them. They've been such a big part in this whole journey for me, even from when I was a little kid. My sisters growing up, I know they didn't really get to follow their dreams as much as they might have liked to because we were constantly on the road for baseball tournaments. And, every vacation we took was usually a tournament where I was playing and they get to, come to the games and then venture out of the town a little bit. So they've invested a lot of time, money, and effort into me getting to this point. So it feels really good to be able to share some of these accomplishments with them.
Hey Joe, so I spoke to Grossmont's baseball team yesterday and they told me how you go out to practices, games, you work with them, but you also donate cleats every year. Why is it so important for you to do something like that?
Yeah, I'm in a position where I'm making some good money now. And, I remember how hard it was for me in high school to afford a new pair of cleats or some new gear to play in. And, you always felt a little better when you looked good on the field and you had nice shoes. And also, I've always not only been giving them shoes, but I've made it a point to stress the importance of taking care of your equipment. That was something my dad always, stressed on me after every game. I would have to clean off my gear. I'd have to clean my spikes down. My dad always just stressed the importance of taking care of your equipment so it'll last you a long time. And it's easy when you get to this level that I'm at because, you get shoes and all kinds of gear and clothes and equipment thrown at you right and left. And, you don't have to concern yourself with keeping everything in the greatest shape because there's always another fresh pair waiting for you. But I'll never forget what it's like to not have, access to all that equipment and, the nicer things in life for baseball. So, trying to give back to them a little bit, give them something fresh to wear for the season so they look good and feel good. But I just like being around there, man. It's really cool to me that guys are interested in what I have to say and what I've learned over my years in the game. And it's something that's so simple. It doesn't cost you anything but a little bit of time and effort to go out and spend time with those guys and just, make their day by sharing a couple stories or giving them some insights, something that can, motivate them a little bit.